3 weeks before the wedding, my oldest friend's fiancé cut every one of his coworkers from the guest list. 41 of them showed up anyway, and there was nothing she could do about it. I've known Marcus since we were 9, and I was the only woman standing on his side of the aisle. He loads freight at a distribution center, third shift, 11 years in. Those guys aren't his coworkers. They're the people who covered his shifts when his dad was dying and passed a hat around the floor when his truck's transmission gave out. He'd invited about 40 of them. His fiancée, Danielle, comes from a different world. Her parents belong to a country club. At the tasting dinner, she announced in front of everyone that they'd trimmed the list for balance. Marcus's entire work crew gone, every last one. Somebody asked why. She smiled the way people do right before they say something ugly. It's a black tie evening. I don't want a warehouse crowd in the photos. You understand. The table went silent. Marcus stared at his plate and didn't say a word, and I have never wanted to shake him harder. He told me later he was terrified of losing her over it. Meanwhile, his buddy Ray had already bought a suit and put in for the day off. I couldn't let it go. So that week I read the venue contract because Danielle had made a whole speech about how exclusive the place was. That's where I found it. The venue caps guests at 180 and she'd come in right at the limit. But vendor staff don't count toward the cap. Vendors only have to be on the approved list submitted 48 hours out, and the couple's designated planner signs off on that list. Marcus's mother was the planner. She'd been doing it for free for 8 months. I called Ray first. He runs a landscaping business on the side, actual LLC, actual insurance. Would your company want the floral setup and tear down contract? I asked. He was quiet a second, then said, how many of us can I bring? By Friday, it wasn't a joke anymore. Ray's crew took floral and grounds. A guy named Terrence, who does mobile detailing on weekends, signed on for valet. 2 men who cook for the whole floor every Thanksgiving came in as kitchen support. Another had a nephew with a photography business, so 4 went in as second shooters and lighting assistants. Somebody's wife runs a cleaning company and took the post-event contract and brought 6 people with her. Marcus's mother signed every form without asking a single question. All she said was, good. 41 names, everyone legitimate, insured, invoiced, and submitted to the venue right on time. The wedding day came. Ray's crew set the flowers at dawn and stayed on site in matching black polos. Terrence parked cars in a jacket nicer than anything I own. The kitchen guys plated food for people who decided they didn't belong in the photographs. Danielle noticed during cocktail hour. I watched her face change as she recognized one, then another, then a whole row of them along the far wall. She pulled her mother aside, then the coordinator, then finally me. Get them out, she said. They're contracted vendors, I told her. Signed agreements, certificates of insurance. You cancel now, you're liable for the full amount, and this venue loses its setup crew 90 minutes before dinner. She looked at me like I'd slapped her. Who approved this? That's when Marcus's mother stepped up beside me and said quietly, I did. I'm the planner. That's my signature on everyone. Danielle's own father was standing right there. He'd worked 22 years at a paper mill before he ever saw the inside of a country club, and everyone in that family knew it. He looked at his daughter for a long moment and said, Danny, sit down and eat your dinner. She went white and walked away. At the reception, Marcus found out. I stood there while Ray explained it to him, and I watched my oldest friend cry in a rented tuxedo in front of 200 people. Then he did the thing I'll never forget. He walked to the DJ, took a mic, and told the whole room that his people were working that night in polos because someone had decided they weren't good enough to sit in it. He asked the venue to open the overflow tables. He asked the kitchen to plate 41 more. They ate at the wedding they'd spent all day building. Danielle didn't speak to me for 11 months. Then last spring, she called out of nowhere and said she'd been carrying it around and needed to apologize. Not to me. She asked for Ray's number. She catered his shop's holiday party in December and paid for the whole thing herself.